Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Sports Saviors. It is December 16th, 2023, about 8:15 in the evening. The Steelers have lost again. Final score 30-13. They are now 7-7. The Colts are 8-6. The Bengals are 8-6. The Browns are 8-5. The season looks very bleak at this point, Lee. Where do we go from here?
We're fucking done. We're fucking done. Well, this team is done. The team is done. They stink. They suck. They are done. They are not making the playoffs. They are not making the playoffs. I have had it. I have had it with this team. They do not know how to play football at all. The coaching staff does not know how to coach. This whole team needs to be just thrown out and bring in brand new all players, all coaches, all organizational committee people, whatever you want to call them. You just need everybody. This team sucks. I've had it. I have had it with this team. Mitch Trubisky is terrible. I don't understand why he got another start today. He is terrible. He sucks. Going up against one of the worst running defenses, and we couldn't even break 100 yards.
Yeah, so I'll throw that out there for it. Najee Harris ended up with 12 carries for 33 yards. Very bad fumble at one point during the game. Yeah. Jalen Warren, 10 carries for 40 yards. So between the two of them, 73. I think Mitch added a yard, so that is 74 yards rushing.
Yep. Yeah. I can go through the team stats really quick.
Yeah, throw them out there
to show how disappointing this is. Final score again, 30-13. 30 unanswered points.
13-0 to 30-13.
The score was 13-0. You give up 30 unanswered points.
30 unanswered.
How do you do that? All right. Total yards here. Colts 372 to the Steelers 216. Pass yards. Colts 202 to the Steelers 142 yards. Rush yards. Colts had 100 more than we did. 170 for the Colts. We couldn't stop them. And 74 for the Steelers. Yards per play.
Sam, my brother Sam.
Sam's got to have a hot
There he is. There he is.
Hi, Lee.
Guys?
How are you, brother?
I
love you, man.
All right. I love you,
You're
too.
doing a hell of a job on this podcast.
What are your takes on the game? What you take on the game?
Yeah. I wish it was 1974 where I watched Steelers winning Super Bowls.
Sam, you got to see the game tonight? What were your thoughts on the Steelers today?
Your mama.
He just says they suck.
He said they stink as much as my dad does.
Oh!
You're doing a great job. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You got it, bud.
Pretty much off.
Thank you. Thank you for joining the show. Yards per play. The Colts had 5.7 yards per play. The Steelers had 4 yards per play. First downs, Colts had 19. Steelers had 13. Third down efficiency, 6 for 15 for the Colts and 4 for 12 for the Steelers. They still cannot make any plays on third down. Fourth down efficiency, 1 for 2 for the Colts, 2 for 3 for the Steelers. Total plays, the Colts had 65 to the Steelers 54. The Colts had 4 sacks on us, and we had 3. 2 of them were by TJ. Penalties, this is like every week. 2 for 10 for the Colts, 8 for 101.
100 penalties. 100 penalty yards. Yeah, last week they were pretty good.
One that should have been a penalty, so they
8 for 101 penalty yards. They stink. Colts had 0 turnovers. We had 2 picks and a fumble, which you mentioned earlier. 2 punts for the Colts, 4 for the Steelers, and time of possession, 33 minutes and 20 seconds for the Colts and 26 minutes and 40 seconds for the Steelers. They stink.
We've talked about it in the past. We've talked about in the past. Mitch could have had 3 more interceptions and turnovers in that game.
Yes.
He was making.
Oh my God.
We've said it since the beginning. He's not the answer. We know definitively there cannot be anyone. You don't have to like Kenny, but you
No.
cannot say Mitch is the guy who needs to be in that offense.
Exactly. And if anybody, and like you talked about, I think it was last week you said it, anybody that puts Mitch above Kenny or thought to put Mitch above Kenny is wrong. They're completely wrong.
It's
And today
definitive now
shows,
on that.
yes.
And maybe we got to go to Mason now. Maybe it's Mason now, Lee. What are your thoughts on Mason this week?
I mean, why wait till 2 minutes to put him in? Why don't you put him in at half?
Yeah. Before you go, if you're gonna suck the way Mitch sucked today, you don't let him get out of that game before it ends. You make him eat that last 5 minutes. That game was over. You make him eat those 5 minutes. You don't get pulled out and just get on the sideline to sulk. Why was he on the bench at that point? So if we really want to give Mason a shot, throwing him out there in that situation is bullshit too.
Exactly.
But Mitch, if he's gonna be your starter, he's gonna be your guy. You're so confident in Mitch all week. You let him eat those last 5 minutes.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was getting. It wasn't like he was getting buried or like destroyed by sacks where it's like a health issue for him. Nah. Let him eat those 5 minutes. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's the principle of it. Don't like say, okay, well, we've already lost. Let's just throw Mason in now. What's the point of that? What's the point of that?
Yeah. Keep going for 1 second. I'll be right with.
Yeah. I just I don't get it. I completely don't get why they did that at the 2 minute warning. It's just. It was stupid. You should have put him in. If you're gonna throw him in at halftime. Yeah.
In Tomlin's defense, it seems like he made the decision with about 5:50 left or so.
That's the nice one.
And if we get a 3 and out, I guess it's gonna be Mason with about 4 minutes to go, 4:30 to go, and you can say, oh well, we get a quick score, we get another quick score, we're still in the game. So you can make that argument.
That's a nice.
Yeah.
So I do want to bring that up.
I don't like the design. I don't know what's the difference. There's a slight difference.
What are you thinking here? You want me to go through the scoring summary real quick?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead real quick.
So Steelers get their first score with 1:12 left in the first quarter. 6-0 Steelers. Boswell misses the.
Oh my God! They're in a dome. There's no weather. Perfect.
No. My dad's in the other room giving me shit. He's saying we were so thankful for him at Thanksgiving. Now look at him.
You know what's crazy is before that, the Colts kicker misses a field goal, goes wide right. He misses a field goal. The Colts kicker. Like they're in a dome.
It's windy in there. Anyway, the Steelers get the ball back real quick. And guess what?
Missed 2 kicks all year.
Touchdown, Deontay Johnson, 14 minutes, the 14-minute mark of the second quarter.
Yeah.
13-0. The Steelers are going to win by fucking 20. The game is over. The Steelers are good.
Yes.
The season is saved. Guess what? No. Touchdown, Zach Moss, 3 minutes later to make it 13-7. Steelers getting 2-3 more drives for the half? Nothing. DJ Montgomery, 14-yard TD pass from Gardner to make it 14-13. This is after the Colts should have had a touchdown on the previous drive. They blew it.
Yep.
And they still were able to score by the half with that 22 seconds left in the half. The Steelers decide they're going to go down the field with 22 seconds left. Incomplete. Completion for a first down. That's the clock runs out. What were your thoughts on them trying to score with 22 seconds left?
I was just like, take a knee and end it. Just what's the point of going for it when there's 22 seconds? Just take the knee. Why was Mitch still out there throwing the ball? Like, take the knee, down it, end it, go to halftime. No, you want to keep trying. And I was thinking, like, God forbid he throws a pick right here. They're on the other side of the 50, and God forbid he throws a pick and they get another field goal right there. I was ready for it.
So we get to half. We come back out of the half. Of course, the Colts have the ball to start the half because the Steelers decided they need to put that offense on the field to be in the game to make their statement, I guess. I guess we had to make our statement offensively.
Got to.
So we decide to start with the ball, 3 and out, boom. Second half begins. And the Colts score within 2 minutes.
Yep.
Mo Alley Cox, 18-yard pass from Gardner.
Yep.
Steelers don't do shit on the next drive. Colts get a field goal, make it 24-13. No more scoring until the fourth. With 9 minutes left, another field goal for Matt Gay.
Yep.
And then another field goal to make it 30-13 to finish it off.
That last field goal. Why? I thought they should have just. Why are you calling timeout? End the game. And then you let them get another field goal to make it 30. End the game. Take the knee. Stop calling timeout. End the game. No, they let them score again.
Yeah, they're not good. That's what it comes down to. The Steelers are not good at this point.
No.
I guess I got Tomlin. I got his post game up again. So I'll play a little bit of that. See what he has to say.
I cannot wait to hear what he has to say.
Here we go.
I cannot wait to hear what he has to say.
Okay, I'm gonna start him now.
Nick, okay.
All right, man, let's be honest, right? We're a fundamentally poor football group right now. We're playing losing football, and I take responsibility for that. By losing football, I mean we're just not doing fundamental things well enough. We're not. We're turning the ball over. We're highly penalized. We don't play good in situations. And so I'm just acknowledging that. I don't necessarily have the answers as we sit here today. If I had the answers, we'd have played differently today. But I will acknowledge.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I've never heard Tomlin say something like that ever.
Sam.
That's
I have never
that's
either.
crazy.
You know what?
He's lost now
Sorry,
too.
I don't want to interrupt, but that, to me, that tells me he might have heard
There he
it
is.
from love. Like, you got to get this shit corrected.
Yeah, there he is.
That's kind of what I take that as.
Here's Ben real quick. Ben has a point to make real quick.
Go ahead, Ben.
So Tomlin saying that, like, we've
Yeah.
never heard Tomlin like that. That could be
No.
him hearing it from Rooney saying you got to get this shit corrected. Like, he
Yeah.
might be realizing now that this is your job on the line.
Yeah, I think he's on the hot seat for real. I agree. I agree with Ben. I think he might be on the hot
We've
seat.
never heard
I was
him
thinking
like
about that.
That light at the end of the tunnel was an oncoming fucking train.
Yes, it
This
is.
the first time Tomlin's had a bad football team. This is just a bad. This is the first time he's ever had a bad.
This
You can hear
is,
him, right?
Yeah,
He's good.
yeah.
Volume wise, yeah. This is the first. This is the first bad team that they've had.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our guy.
Which
Yeah.
is insane.
Oh,
Which is why I don't shit on him.
Give me 1 second here.
That, 'cause to me, that's impressive.
Yeah. I have this down that it's still going
Knowledge, man. Things won't continue
Okay.
the way that they are. We're not going to keep doing the same things that we're doing and expect or hope for a different result. And so we got a 7-day turnaround. We'll see what those 7 days hold for us. But I'm just acknowledging right now that we're playing losing football, and I own that. Not a good day. A myriad of kind of injuries and so forth. Minka is the only one we got a little bit of clarity on. He had a knee injury and wasn't able to return. We'll get him evaluated as soon as we get back to town. Some other bumps and bruises associated with play. Questions?
Like, are you thinking changing the way you prep, changing who's playing?
Man, everything's on the table at this juncture. We can't play football like that.
Yeah.
Mike, I know it's just easier to do after looking at film, but why couldn't the running game be for it?
We just played poorly today. You know, I'm not going to try to explain it or make excuses for it. We didn't play well today in really any area, you know, run game or what have you. We didn't play well enough in any area. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to stop it again. This is not a Tomlin I've ever seen before.
No.
I agree. This is a different guy.
I think he knows he's on the hot seat. I memean, this is 3 games in a row. You lose 2 games to 2-2-10 teams at home, and then you just lost this game on the road. I mean, you're up 13-0. How do you let them score 30 unanswered points?
30 unanswered.
30 unanswered. It is his fault. He has to take responsibility. I'm glad he is, but man, I mean, I've never seen him like this. Like you said, I mean, I think he knows he's on the hot seat. I think he knows like this is bad.
Yeah, he's a confident guy, and that's why he's had so much success. From the standpoint of like recovering from poor starts or anything like that, it's because he has that confidence in himself. This does not seem like a guy who's confident in himself.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This is scary. This is like he knows 7 and 10's coming. He knows.
See what you want about Tomlin. He's not an idiot. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
Yeah. This is something different for sure. Let me go back to him real quick and see what's going to happen.
Like you said, that things are going to change. You sound confident in that. What tells you that you guys can change with 3 straight weeks?
I said we were going to do things differently. That I assure you.
Do you have any explanation of why the run defense, they were moving the ball pretty well?
They played well and we didn't.
Is your team bought in right now?
We're playing poorly. I don't know about the buy-in component and all of that. We're not playing fundamentally well as I opened up. We're highly penalized. We turn the ball over. When you're doing those things, you're not going to position yourself to win a lot of football games. I don't know that buy-in is a component of that. We're not doing fundamental things well enough.
Start next week.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, man. I got so much going on in this house right
That's
now.
all right. That's
Yeah,
all right.
he's completely right. It's
I mean,
it's a mess.
Eight penalties for 101 yards.
Yeah.
101. That's 101 yards that the Colts
Didn't earn.
Didn't earn.
Yeah.
3 turnovers. You can't win when you're turning the ball over. He's right.
Yeah, Ben just mentioned in the background that Mason's going to start. It's the change he's talking about. It's got to be Mason.
It has to be.
There's not much else you can change on this team. What else are you going to change on this team?
There's only 3 weeks. There's only 3 weeks left in the season. What are you going to do?
Unless like Mike Sullivan and Eddie Faulkner are turning on each other too, or maybe he's going to fire someone on the defensive side. I don't know.
But can you blame the defense when the offense is not on the field long enough? The defense is on the field all day.
It was 33-27. I'm not going to give him
26. Yeah,
26.
I guess it's okay.
I'm not going to give him too much of a pass. The defense.
Yeah, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the Colts ran it down the Steelers' throats in that second half.
They look like this. When we talked about what the Steelers
the Steeler way.
They look like.
Exactly.
They look just
100%.
like that. They look just like it.
You're 100% right. They just couldn't stop him at the end. That was terrifying to watch. I was just this is what we're gonna be. This is what the Steelers are gonna be.
And you have 2 backup running backs. Jonathan Taylor wasn't even in the game.
Yeah, Trey Sermon fell out of Denver. I didn't know he was still in the league. I
didn't know he was. Yeah.
He couldn't keep a job in Denver to save his life. Zach Moss was in Buffalo as like their number 3.
Yeah.
And they just came in here and made us
just ran it down our throat. They ran it right down our throat. And Gardner Minshew looked like Tom Brady or actually Peyton Manning, I should say, for the Colts. He looked like Peyton Manning out there. Couldn't do no wrong.
Yeah. It's alarming. Full-sale changes in the offseason are needed.
It has to. You got to get rid of – listen, you got to get rid of a lot of the staffing and the coaching. Some of these people do not know what they are doing. You got to get rid of them. You need a whole new offensive playbook and defensive playbook because whatever is going on, they don't even know what they're doing. I mean, the injuries on defense are killing us too. I mean, they're killing us.
I brought up this point today too to someone. Who was the last coach? Who's the last coach on the staff who has left the Steelers and got promoted somewhere else? Either coordinator to head coach, receiver coach to offensive coordinator.
You mean left willingly?
Todd Haley.
Wouldn't it be
coach?
Ken Wisenhunt? Bruce Arians?
Willie. Ken Wisenhunt is because Haley got fired, I guess. Yeah, you're right. So that doesn't even count.
Yeah, so Ken Wisenhunt, Bruce Arians.
Ken Wisenhunt. So that means not a single
He doesn't have
coach
a tree. Doesn't
for
have a tree.
Tomlin.
What about Bruce Arians? Bruce
Ben
Arians.
was saying he got like he retired. Remember, he retired.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right.
He retired,
Ken
and then he got a
Whisenhunt.
job that same year.
You're
That's
right.
because that's all.
You're
Usually
right.
when you retire, you immediately get a job.
Yeah.
That's how I
You're
retired.
right. Yeah, Ken Whisenhunt. Ken Whisenhunt.
So yeah,
that's
Ken
the last
was
one.
another. And this isn't just offense. Defensively, who's the guy?
They've had great defenses too. Yeah, it makes no sense.
No
I
one
don't-
is.
Yep.
No one has been
No.
hired from Tomlin's tree because I don't think he hires guys that are good. I mean, it's just
No.
Can I interject?
yeah. Ben's got a
Is
point.
that a Tomlin problem or is that a Steeler problem? Because the Steelers apparently they don't release salaries. They definitely by fact have the smallest coaching staff in the league. And salary wise, you would assume they have the smallest salary wise. So is that a Tomlin problem or is that a Rooney problem? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he's got a point.
I'm gonna push back on. I'm gonna push back on that. Is Mike McClarky got a job, right?
He was the head coach of the Titans. Yeah, he got a head coach of the Titans.
So Whisenhunt got a job.
He was the head coach for the Cardinals. That's right.
Dick
Yeah.
LeBeau.
So
Dick LeBeau got
no,
another
this wasn't
job.
a problem under Cowher.
Dick LeBeau got another job.
LeBeau got a job
Yeah,
and came back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He
He
left
was
and
here
came
first, and then he coached the Bengals, and then came
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
That's
we're
right.
gonna, we can't go full. This is the
the Rooney's.
The
Yeah.
Roonies. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
I don't-
excuse to be in a place for what is it, 17 years, 16,
I don't even
17
know.
years of not
Yeah.
having.
So we got a couple comments I want to get to real quick from
All right,
Steelers
all right.
Steelers Freak. First one here, Tomlin time in December. Yeah, that was the whole thing about how great Tomlin's record was and how good he's
Yeah.
going to be.
At one point,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Amazing record, and
Amazing.
now it's gone.
Last year was great. They won
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows you the this is a different team. This is a different type of suck for the Steelers.
Yeah. This is bad. This is bad. I,
Yeah,
don't
this
think,
is a good one.
I just don't think we've ever seen the Steelers like this.
Here's another one from
I tell you,
Steelers Freak. Catching up with him. I sent Art Rooney my victim impact statement after the game. I think we all are in agreement with you, Steelers.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You
Appreciate
really
the
leave
comments,
these
Steelers
games.
Freak. Oh,
You
my
really
goodness.
you leave these games feeling like you've been hurt, you've been harmed.
Oh, listen, I'm sitting in my car. There's a winter hurricane coming through Tampa. That's how bad the Steelers suck. I'm sitting through a winter hurricane after that loss.
That's good news. With the
There's another one from
Pirates off.
Steelers Freak brought another one. Folks better realize that this team is at least 3 years away from a Super Bowl contenders with draft luck,
But
a
that's-
complete coaching staff change, and the next QB. Here's the thing, Steelers Freak. This defense, they're getting old. So
They could-
Yeah.
3 years from now, you're definitely gonna not know Cam Hayward. You're definitely
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the possibility of TJ Watt retiring at that point. If you look like
Yeah.
JJ retired pretty early. Why
Yeah.
don't we think TJ's been a little more healthy, I think, than JJ was, but not like that much more healthy. He's always had his little injuries. I compared him to like a Lamborghini, where when he's going, he's great, but like every once in a while, he's gonna have some like tune-up that he needs.
And Minka's getting older.
Yeah, Minka.
I mean,
Minka will be
Yeah,
around in
yeah,
3 years.
yeah.
Though. He'll be around
Yeah.
in 3 years. Yeah, he has no takeaways at all at this
but
point.
the injuries to the defense. I mean,
Yeah, it's getting bad defensively with the
it's
injuries.
bad. It's bad.
I'll see you.
It's,
We got one more comment here from Steelers Freak.
See you Christmas Eve.
6 of the last 10 first-round draft picks were bust. And Shazier got hurt. The play on the field shows it.
Plow me up.
Skelton, the new GM, must be held accountable. Yeah, it's a little rough what we've done with these first-round picks. Yeah, the Steelers have been known for being able to draft. That was their whole thing. There was no real free agency, no trades that they ever did before this point. Now it's like, what are we going to do?
Can you see me?
Yeah, you got
I
you.
can see you. I see you. I see you.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you, Uncle James. Thank you, Uncle James.
All
I
right,
appreciate
you got
it.
it, man.
We're calling Liam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tomlin's got a little more time on his thing, so let's try a little more Tomlin.
Okay.
Again, I don't have answers as I sit here right now. I know that we better do some things differently. We better approach some things differently. We're not going to roll that ball out there like that next week.
Did you make a mention game specifically?
None of us were good enough, starting first and foremost with myself.
You typically don't pull quarterbacks like that. Why did you decide to make it?
As I opened, we didn't do enough of anything well today.
I think it's such a big game. You're more surprised or disappointed that your team didn't respond?
I don't know about surprised or disappointed and all of that. I come into games prepared to win and feeling good about it, but we didn't get it done today.
You had a chance to kick a 57-yard field goal and make it a one-score game. Why did you decide?
Not a lot had gone in our way to that juncture that made me feel good about banging a 57-yard field goal, particularly,
That is very scary that he.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if you didn't catch that, anyone that didn't catch that, he just said he was asked about the field goal that they chose not to take.
Oh, goodness.
And he said that nothing else has gone right for them on the day, so they decide they're not going to kick a field goal. That's scary bad for me. I cut him off. Maybe he has some reasoning here. Let me finish him off. Let me get him back in there real fast.
Wait, you're talking about the pass on the field goal?
Yeah, when they passed in the field goal and punted.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even trust your best. Your most reliable player right now is your kicker.
Yeah, so let him finish and then I'll cut him off again. Let me see what he was going to say.
I'll let you go. I want to hear your.
On the down before, I thought we might, take a shot or check it down, and we ended up throwing the ball out of bounds, and so I didn't like that field positioning.
You're down 14 points.
Yeah.
Field positioning is over. You're down. You're down 14.
Yeah.
It wasn't 14. No, I'm sorry. It was 11. It was 11 at that point.
It was 11.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It was at 11 at that point. So you're going to make it a one-score game with the field goal. Chris Boswell has been great all year. He missed an extra point. I get it. Okay, he's a great kicker. All year he's been a great kicker. You cannot do that. You cannot. That cannot be your reasoning for not kicking. That too many things have gone wrong. What do you got to say about?
No, I don't know what. I just can't believe he said that. I can't believe it. I mean, Boswell has only missed 2 kicks, 2 field goals, and an extra point. One of the field goals wasn't even his fault because it was a screwed penalty that was against. I think it was the Jaguars. I can't even fault him for missing that one because it was like over 60 yards at that point. You don't trust Boswell, one of the most accurate kickers right now. You're losing the game. Don't you want to try to come back and win?
Yeah, here's Ben. Ben with the jump in real quick.
Lee, that's quitting on your football team. Tomlin quit on them today. They've quit on him, and he quit on them today.
Yep.
That's what that is. That's saying, I'm done.
Yep.
That's what it is. Yep. I mean, granted, even if they kicked the field goal, they weren't coming back. We all know that. Tomlin's a smart guy. He knows they weren't coming back. That's quitting on your football team.
Yeah. I can't. I'm shocked that he even said that. Wow.
Another comment here. You young guys don't get distracted with the Steeler way comments. The 1974 draft had 4 Hall of Famers, and that made the Steeler way. That draft never happened before or after. I get exactly what he's trying to point here. Like, we can talk about culture we want, but if you don't have the players, you're not going to be good. And that's point blank. Like, it's just factual. If you don't have the players, you're not going to be good.
Did you see Josh Roundtree sent of the last 5 years of their top 4 picks every year?
Here's Ben real quick.
No. Don't put me on because I don't know the specifics. But anyway, Josh Roundtree, we'll give him a credit. Tweeted out their first 4 picks of each round, their first 4-round picks the last 5 years. One of them, one has hit.
Wow.
I don't even call that a hit.
Yeah.
I'll call it. I know he hasn't.
They gave him a second contract.
Yeah. I won't.
George Pickens, I don't consider. He's a good talent, but I don't consider that a hit yet. I don't.
Yeah, it looks like Steelers freaks on the same page with us. Bingo.
Yeah.
We got another.
The drafts have been dreadful bad. It's pathetic.
Yeah. Here's
Browns level
Here's some levity, I hope, from Working Punch Productions. We had a lot of promise at the beginning. They came back so quick. Bad quarterbacks, bad coach. Yeah, I mean, you're up 13-0. You're thinking, oh, we might have something going on here.
Yeah.
And then 30 unanswered.
30 unanswered points. 30. And this is the first time the Steelers have let a team score 30 on them this season. And this is 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row where the team has scored 20 plus on us. 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
It's the first time they've allowed 30 all year.
Wait, so what was that second part you said? Sorry.
I was saying that this is 3 games in a row where they have allowed 20 plus points.
Okay, yeah. First game for 30. I wasn't even aware of that, but that's surprising, but not crazy, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Lee.
Texans.
Lee, we gotta
30, so above 30.
We gotta fact check you.
Okay,
wait, maybe not. The 49ers and the Texans
both scored exactly 30.
They did 30. Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
They both scored 30, so technically that was the first time more than 30.
More than 30. Sorry. I apologize. I forgot about those losses. That's how bad this shit has been.
But in their losses, though, 13, 24, and 21 and 30.
Yeah, so it hasn't been.
They're competent offenses wins at least 3 of those games.
Yeah, and this is the point.
Let's not joke. That's the problem. Their offense is so bad. So bad. It hurts the defense.
Yeah, so the Steelers won off of luck in terms of the beginning of the season. Both have run out. I mean, that's completely right.
Yeah.
We called it the bend but don't break, but this is what it was. It was lucky bounces.
Because think about it. How many turnovers really have they had in the past couple games?
Yeah, it's definitely gone. We're talking takeaways, right?
Yeah, takeaways. Yeah.
Yeah, there have not been many at all. And then look at the scores.
Yeah.
And that's not something you can rely on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's finish Tomlin off. There's not too much more left of his, I don't think.
Okay.
Anyone else? What did you see? What were you told on the hit on the injection? Did you think that was just
I think it came from New York.
Mike, did you interpret this as kind of a playoff type game, and how do you clean up?
I interpret all of them at this juncture as really significant. And so what was the second part of your question?
There's a finality attached to the result of that. How do you get those guys to keep going?
Man, we got a game next week, man. We're professionals. We'll work and be prepared. I'm not taking a big picture approach. I'm just talking about the things that we're doing that have to change. Small picture.
I think they won 14 straight running plays on this drive. Was it attrition at that point, or why?
Yes.
You feel like you guys don't want to have KZ and make it a back-to-back play?
Man, we got some attrition going on in the interior portions of our defense at linebacker and safety. So we got to assess that. I don't want to speculate at this juncture.
Mike Najee doesn't fumble often, but how deflating was that play? You guys had just gotten a 3-and-out, and to have that and put the score right now.
Not good.
Not 1974.
anyone else? All right.
Him and Dawn are
That does. I should correct. We did at the beginning of the second half. They did get a 3-and-out, and that fumble came right after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did say they went down and scored, but that isn't true. They I forgot about that. Yeah, the fumble happened there.
Yeah.
To allow the score, the quick score with 13 minutes.
That's the first time I've seen Mike Tomlin be short with the reporters on every question that they asked him.
Yeah, he's a humbled guy. He seems very humbled from what happened there. I think you're completely right. Yeah, you go ahead real quick.
Yeah, this team is I think this team is done. I think Tomlin knows that this might be his first losing season. I'm kind of curious if maybe he even got a call from the Rooneys like before the press conference. I mean, just to see how his demeanor was when he was up there talking. It just
Yeah,
it
Ben
made me
was
feel
saying
like,
that too. He thinks there was some kind of
yeah,
talk.
yeah. I'm
I
thinking
say
he got
I
a
don't
talk
think-
right before that. I mean, it's crazy to see him like that because that's not the Mike Tomlin we know, and I think he knows. Like I said, I think he knows
is
he's on the
different.
hot seat now.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
different.
This
Yeah.
is also him realizing the first time he's had
I
a
mean,
basketball.
You lose 3 games in a row,
He was also with
like
Tampa
this.
Bay when they were fucking great.
and we got so excited from one game, that Bengals game, thinking that things had changed.
Yeah.
Matt Canada was gone, and we win that game, and we're thinking, man, this is the change we need.
That's another thing. Mark
And,
Matthews, Matt Canada.
And they have shit.
He is.
They have shit the bed the past 3 weeks.
He was a big player.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, and I mean, you obviously you can't change an offensive system in the middle of the year. So
No, you can't.
even with
you
that
talked about
4-3
it. Yeah,
game,
you can't.
Olivia.
it's still on. A lot of these offensive problems are on the system, which is on Matt
Yeah.
Canada. But there's
Yeah.
there are not enough talented players on that team offensively.
Not
And
at all.
It's
No.
because you've missed on the draft for years. It's because you've made other picks for guys that were that was the wrong position, whatever you want to say. It's rough. We got another comment here. Bring that in. The D could never put in backups every game this year because each game was close. The snap counts caught up to them. There is something to that, but I mean, not many teams can play their backups in the regular season. It's really NFL, and you have to really be blowing out teams to get some guys in. I can maybe the idea of maybe there should be a little more reps, but I think that's part of the problem.
Who backups are we talking about? Are you talking about TJ Watt's backups?
Yeah,
Patrick backups? No, you don't.
Yeah,
sit those guys.
you're not going to take those guys out for sure.
You rotate the defensive line.
Yeah,
They have.
The linebackers. You got to remember they were rotating the middle linebacker. They had 3 guys to fill 2 spots on the middle linebackers, and guess what? They all worked. So that's part of the problem. You're paying the defense so much money too.
Yeah, and then the defensive backs are injured too.
Yeah, the safeties especially.
Yeah.
It's tough to say for sure. Oh yeah, they could have worked in more playing time for those guys. I think it's tough in the NFL once the regular season starts. Unless you're an elite team, especially, maybe part of that is to what he's getting at. Every drive matters so much for the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not going to be scoring points. So you need to have your guys out there on every drive. So maybe that's the kind of thing where maybe there would have been a couple more plays where some of the guys would have been given a breather,
But I also you got to also blame the offense because they cannot convert on third down. You continue with this third down efficiency, and then they don't complete it, and then the defense is back on the field again.
So he brought back. Look at TJ's numbers and look at the next guy's numbers on this list. Parsons, for example. I'm guessing he means snap counts. Steeler Freak, if you mean snap counts, let me know. But because I don't know offhand, I guess I could look real quick, but that might be what you mean. Where if you're saying that TJ's on the field a lot more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He responded yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if that's the case. Does it have to do with time of possession? Does it? Mike I'm surprised he would have fewer snap counts just because I feel like he plays a little bit of everyone in the field. Yeah, I haven't checked myself, but yeah, if that's the case, maybe it is something to look at. But TJ's not gotten hurt, and really, I mean, he had the concussion thing, but he can't. He's back this week. He now leads the league in sacks again. I think he has 16. Khalil Mack has 15. So I don't think he doesn't look worn down Do you think he looks worn down? At this
No,
point?
I mean he looked like he was ready to play today. I mean, 2 sacks, he looked good. I was hoping he'd get about 4 today. It would have been nice, but he did. He looked good today. The only thing that I do know is that I think one of his fingers he's supposed to have he's like a torn ligament in one of the fingers. He was going to wait till the end of the season to have surgery on it, but he looks fine to me.
Yeah. So Ben here just looked it up. What were the? Do you remember? numbers
Watt
were?
was at 7. It's like almost 100 snaps more.
Wow.
Parsons was at 657. This isn't counting tonight though. Look at
But they
Parsons
didn't
was
play
at
yet, so.
657. TJ was at. Let me change it. TJ was at. What's he at? 765.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Surprising, honestly.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah.
Give him his due. Bingo. He
Yeah.
got it on. He was right on that.
Yeah.
Ben was over doubting Steelers freak. How you gonna doubt Steelers freak? He's got.
I was surprised.
He's on the money. He's on the money.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you contribute that to time of possession and third down efficiency? I mean,
a lot of it. Yeah.
That plays into it. Here we go. Here we
It's
go.
much more versatile.
The old guy
knows.
He does. I think Herbig's looked good in his little bit of time, so maybe you give him some reps over Highsmith, and you do give Herbig and Highsmith some snaps together a little bit. But it's tough because TJ Watt has 16 sacks. He leads the league in sacks. Does he have 18? If he gets fewer snaps, does that give him more energy late in the games, and then he ends up getting a few more sacks? It's possible. I'm not going to disagree with the idea for sure. It's definitely possible. What else can we talk about today? We're 42 minutes in. I don't know.
This is defeating. Like, this is debilitating.
Yeah.
I mean, to just see how this game went from 13-0 to 30-13. I mean, I cannot believe they gave up 30 unanswered points like that. I mean, how do you do that without scoring again?
Going down 14-13.5. I never thought that was going to happen, and I still thought, this game's not over. It was over. The game was over, and it's demoralizing. Like I don't know what else to describe it as.
These 8 for 101 on the penalties. They're so undisciplined.
Amy.
Lee,
can you name one thing this team does well?
Yeah, Ben's asking, what's one thing that the Steelers do well at this point?
I don't think there's anything. The only thing I can think of is it's not even the Steelers, it's Boswell. He's the only person that's doing anything on this team.
But they don't trust him. Obviously, they don't.
No, they don't trust him now.
Yeah.
Kevin
wants to chime in real quick.
I can just say one thing. We need a brand spanking new 2023 quarterback.
2024.
Yeah.
2024 quarterback. And I hate to say it, we need a new coach. We got to get rid of this fucking Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's to that point.
I think I'm on the. Are you now on the fire, Mike Tomlin? I think maybe.
I hate
Are we on the train now?
We're not going to fire him.
I hate the word.
He's either going to resign or he's going to be traded. Yeah. He will not be fired. So I won't be on the fire Tomlin train. But he's not going to be here next year.
No, he will.
No.
He's not going to be here next year unless they finish 10-7 and win a playoff game. They would have to finish 10-7 and win a playoff game.
I don't think.
Yeah.
7-10.
I mean, are they Canadian? They're going to go 0-3. They're going to go 0-3 in this next 3 games. I don't see them winning.
They're not going to be a favorite in any of them.
No.
Here we got the Steelers freak. One more time here. The O is like a neuter. The O is like my neuter dog. Can't score.
Oh.
He is tired. Oh.
The dude's tired.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this group was pretty good.
It's a bad team. It's just a bad team.
Yeah,
Bad
they.
team.
This is.
You see
this
them,
is my-
they score, they get a block punt, they score again. You're thinking, wow, maybe this
This
thing's
is-
back.
This is the worst Steeler
Can I
offense
answer this question?
in at least 25 years, right?
Can I answer
Yeah,
this question?
yeah,
That
it
means
has
it's
to be.
probably in at least 35 years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That has a question, or he wants to pose.
Lee, I know you don't follow hockey or anything. This is the worst Pittsburgh sports have been in it at least 25 years.
Oh my
You
goodness.
brought up 2003. 2003 was awful. There
Yeah.
were 6-10 Steelers. The Penguins were dreadful. The Pirates were the Pirates. I think this might be the worst Pittsburgh sports of our lifetime. I'm 35.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
think this is the worst of our lifetime.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no hope. There's no hope.
Might have.
The
There
spot,
isn't.
Steelers don't have any emerging talent, in my opinion.
No.
There's no hope. That's
No.
all I want is hope. I don't see hope.
Yeah.
Steelers freak. 28 years in the Army taught me to find humor in this shit.
Yeah. He's right. He's right.
You gotta laugh. You gotta
You
laugh.
have to. You got to. Because like you said over the weeks, this is like you've said, Jim. Like you said, Jim. This is a clown show, like you've said. This is a clown show, like you've said. It is.
Yeah, it's
a clown show.
Ben's hit on the point. I think he said that the Penguins are down 6-0 tonight.
6-0.
Oh,
They're what are they at standing wise? 11, 13th right
Something
now.
like that. 13 or 12. I don't see them making the playoffs.
This is a bad point for Steelers. This is a bad point for the Penguins. The Pirates don't seem to be turning a corner yet.
yeah.
So
is this going to be our 50-year drought here starting now?
50 years, I hope.
Hockey and baseball,
Oh.
football are so weird.
50 years.
Pittsburgh?
I
Oh.
hope not. Is
I
that
hope
Cleveland thing? Is that a Cleveland thing for the 50 or?
Cleveland. I think it's a Cleveland thing. Yeah.
Yeah, 50-year drought. I don't know about all that.
The
Oh.
Steelers find a quarterback, they can win the Super Bowl next year.
They listen. They needed just a new whole team. They need a whole They just need the whole organization needs change. Like everybody needs change. They need to let go of everybody and bring in some new people because this is just terrible.
This is one of my favorite stats right now.
He's
Um,
watching now.
The Pirates have as many postseason wins
Dan Doc.
as the Steelers in the past decade.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's fact. That's a fact too. I know that. Yeah, that's 100% true. We don't have Benny
Wow.
over here trying to correct Steelers the freak again, who obviously knows
you
the fucking
guys
shit. Yep. Yeah, he's 100%.
Shit on it. Why should
Oh.
remember
The Steeler way has been the big story this week, but as he said earlier, it's about the players for sure.
Remember when they lost to the
And
Patriots?
I mean, what do you think, Jim? Is this the end of the season for us?
That killed us.
the season,
Ever since then, it hasn't been. We lost to the Patriots. We thought we had the Patriots.
literally, it's not the end of the season.
Yeah.
They went out. I think 10-7 does get you a playoff spot this year, but
Yeah.
there's no reason
We'll
to
wait
see
till
the
they get
Steelers
up
will be
there.
10-7.
Wait till they get up there.
Zero shot
Yeah.
the Steelers are 10-7 at the end of the season.
Patriots
But I do think a 10-7 team will make the playoffs.
Trump was president.
So I can't say the season's over,
We had a good year.
but
We had a good year that year.
for all purposes, yes,
We had
it
a
is
good
over.
year.
It's over.
Yeah.
Donald
Uh-huh.
Trump was president.
But I do
What's
think
he
it's
say? The freak keeps laying out.
yeah, he got the facts tonight. He's got them all.
He's
Yeah.
like all of us. I think he's
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
all of us. I think Lee
Yeah,
was in rare form tonight.
I just don't even know what to say about this team. And they're losers. They are losers. They don't want to win. And
He
that's
has
just what
reached
it
my
is.
point that I was at 3 weeks ago.
It's insane to see how quickly it's just been the.
I mean, Tomlin's right. Everything that
I'm
Tomlin
lost.
said is right.
I'm lost
The
for words.
play, everything that they're doing is bad. Like he said, everything's
He's
bad.
pissed. He's pissed.
Everything's
He really
bad.
He's just pissed. I give it. Let him. Let
Here we go.
Let it out. Let it out.
Now we know.
Let it out.
The Steelers
Let it out.
freak is in Vegas. At least
good
this
weed
weekend
here in
he's
Vegas.
Let it out. It's all right. Just let it out.
Oh,
We all want to.
Oh my goodness.
this is like the Wizard of Oz finding out he's just a guy.
Yeah.
That's the Steelers, the
That movie
2023
was on
Steelers.
last night. That movie is so far ahead of its fucking time. It's amazing.
It's sad to
Like
say.
1949, something like that. That movie.
I don't have much more. Lee, good for the.
I'm done with this team. I'm done. I can't give them any more I can't say anything good about this team anymore. I just can't. I've given out all my stars that I can for this team, and they're not shining anymore. They're done.
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
You're completely right. Steelers Freak, have a good night. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for watching.
Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Everyone have a good night. I'm gonna wrap it up there. Lee, I'll see you this week for the regular podcast.
I'll see you this week for the regular. We go over Seattle. Bengals, sorry. Bengals game. Sorry.
Yeah, Bengals next week, next Saturday. I'll see you. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you again, Steelers Freak. Had a good time with you.
Thanks. Have a good night. Thank you for joining.